You could just make a stop at the second set of stairs, please.
We're not even in the cave yet, and Eddie's already.
It's already tripped.
Yeah. She's already getting nervous.
I have my glasses.
Yeah. We're gonna be made of.
You can put it in my shirt. Thank you so much.
Mario out of breath. I'm gassed.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna be on Netflix.
This is important. What's pretty neat? She's fast. It's super bright. We should turn off some of the lights. Make it a little bit scary. Oh my god.
I'm glad.
Hi guys, past this wall here, there'll be no touching, except the handrailings, obviously.
Get off, I'm not trying to trick this.
I'm recording.
We tell people about their heads here.
So Daniel.
Yeah.
Watch your head. I almost hit mine. Oh, it's nice and cold down here. Holy cow. It's nice.
Stairways. There are some parts that we would have
Well, there's no way I'm going to make it back.
blow up with TNT.
Oh, it's already, the floor's already slippery, so watch out.
Make a stop right here.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Alright, so I know not everybody is going to be able to see what I'm pointing towards here, but as you come down these steps I'm on right here, and you look up, this sinkhole here was discovered in the 1800s by German settlers, who at the time were losing quite a bit of cattle on their property from the sinkhole here. So one night a German settler came out with a gun intending to kill the predator that was killing and slaughtering all of his cattle, just to find him at the bottom of this sinkhole here, along with many other bones from bison, bear, large armadillos, large sloths, things like that. And a lot of bones up on display at the gift shop y'all are welcome to check out after this. So he would have closed up this sinkhole here with large boulders to prevent any more animals from falling in. And this sinkhole here would have been left untouched until the 1920s. The owner of the property at the time walked into his porch one cold morning, noticed some steam coming out of this sinkhole here, so he came and investigated. He removed the large boulders, exposing the sinkhole. Shortly after, one of his small goats fell in here. So he did the only reasonable thing any dad would do, wrapped a rope around his 7-year-old son, lowered him into this sinkhole here to try and retrieve the goat, dad of the year. And his son failed in retrieving the goat, but whenever he was down here, he said, "Dad, it's like a whole new world." And around the 1920s, this was around the time of the prohibition of alcohol. So you guys can kind of see where I'm going with this here. It's caught a lot of years of moonshiners who at the time could not make moonshine legally, so what better place to make moonshine illegally than in a cave? So, you guys follow me down here. We can see where those moonshiners would have set up those stills.
Oh, it's wet here. Oh, it's wet. Daniel, help grab the handrails. Oh my god. Yo, Shh, Daniel, Lyndon. Oh, it's big. It's,
That is a big hole.
it is bigger than I thought. You guys need to look up when you guys go back.
You get a little bit more space in the big group.
Get behind me.
So cool. Look at this little
Start.
Looks like there's bats in
Alright, everyone, as you enter this part of the cave here, you're going to look up The ceiling, all this black here, this is
Smoke.
all set, created by those wood and coal burning stills those moonshiners would have been using, killing this part of the cave from ever growing again. It's almost like a snapshot in time of the 1920s.
Oh.
I just want you guys to try and imagine what these moonshiners would have experienced down here before the cave was ever commercialized, without any stairs, any lights. All these guys would have had for light would have been from that sinkhole there. You guys can probably imagine where I'm standing here. It would have looked pretty intimidating. They would have not gone down here. They would have stayed nice and comfortable here till the end of Prohibition. They would have brewed freely in the land, but they would have left behind ropes and ladders for 3 children to find. The McGrath children, who were neighbors of the cave, who were very bored and wanted to do some cave exploring. So they would have used a rope to get down from that sinkhole right here, until they would have had to tie another rope to this stalagmite right
Oh
behind
my
you
God.
there. You can see some of it is chipped away from that friction. And Mary, the youngest, she was 7 years old. Her brother Harold was 14. James, the oldest, was 17. So they would have wrapped a rope around that stalagmite there, thrown the other half down this ravine here, and can you guys guess who went down first? Mary the bravest, yes. So if you
the first one to
scared going down here, just remember Mary, a 7-year-old, came down here with just a rope and a lantern.
Mary would have been grounded.
Why is it wet? I want to ask. Is the humidity? Why is it wet?
You guys wash your head at the bottom of the stairs here.
Oh my God.
These last few steps here are a bit steeper than the rest.
So it was all the way naturally like.
Oh my,
Yes, it's kind of like an
this is so scary.
Oh my God. Oh, I can't see. Don't touch the walls. Remember that. So cool.
Right, I know not everybody can see what I'm going to be pointing towards, but as you come down these last few steps here, you're going to look to your right. This little tunnelway is what the children would have had to crawl through. This tunnel we are about to walk through ourselves did have to get blown up with TNT during the commercialization of the cave. So you're going to look to your right these last few steps. This is where the children would have had to crawl through, and it would have led them out into this large room over here. You guys, please watch your heads. This tunnelway here.
Oh, sorry, babe. Let me see. Oh, it's pretty big. Oh my God.
Yeah, flashlights weren't even invented like that.
Oh my
Hey, Dad,
God.
shine your flashlight over
Look.
there.
Hello? Oh my God. So,
Like turn on these other lights over here.
oh my God. Oh.
Okay, let's get around technical difficulties.
Oh my God. What?
Part of the climax. Technical difficulties with the lights.
Oh my.
Children would have had to crawl out of this little space here to this large room.
Oh, that would be cool.
All they would have had was a lantern though. Mary described it to feel like a cathedral in here.
That's pretty.
So the first formation, I like to point out this guy right here. We call these guys stalagmites.
Stalagmites.
You may remember their names because one day they might touch the ceiling. And these guys right here we call stalactites. Because they hold on tightly to the ceiling. And whenever these guys touch ends and meet, we get these beautiful columns here. The water has nowhere else to go except onto the sides of the formation, leaving behind mineral deposit, making these guys wider the colder they get. This guy right here, he is a stalagmite as well. Looks a bit more chunky than this guy right here. We think because of the multiple stalactites above, They're very spread out, making him a bit wider. Looks kind of like an acorn to me. Any questions so far? All right, we will be taking the same pathway the children took. Look that way.
This is huge. This is huge.
And I always like to point out these two lines that are going across the cave wall here. This used to be a seabed during the Cretaceous period when Texas was all a shallow sea. If you look closely, you can see some fossilized oyster shells all along the cave walls throughout the tour. And this cave here is comprised of limestone, calcite, and aragonite. If you guys didn't know, limestone is comprised of fossilized shells, so we do have quite a bit of that here in Texas. You guys want to see a shark tooth? And right there. And this seabed here would have rose during the Glen Rose Formation due to earthquakes, causing the seabed here to rise up to the surface, which is what we will all be walking through. You guys hear those droplets seeping in from the ceiling? Those droplets, they are going to contain an acid called carbonic acid, the same acid in carbonated drinks, water. It's not a very strong acid, but it is strong enough to, over time, when there was an underground river rushing through these cave walls here, it would have slowly eroded these large hallways we will be walking through. So that's what these scallops on the wall are from, from that underground river. You guys have any questions for me? So we have a little cave back here today. That little guy right there. These are tricolor bats. These are about as big as they can get here. About the size of a chicken nugget. And one formation I like to point out, another one right here. This long, skinny tube hanging from the ceiling. We call these guys soda straws because they are hollow on the inside and you could use it as a straw if you plucked it off the ceiling there. And the way these guys form, you'll see these droplets hanging out in the ceiling. Whenever they stick to the ceiling for a long period of time, that droplet will eventually create a ring of calcite around the droplet. Once that ring is formed, another droplet will come down, another ring will be formed, and that process will continue until we get these long, beautiful soda straws here. Occasionally, these guys will clog up with mineral deposit, and water will start to ooze onto the sides of the formation, giving them these crazy curly-looking shapes like this guy. And once that process happens, they're no longer considered a soda straw, they'd be considered a helictite. So we have more soda straws and helictites down here. You can see them going in all crazy different kinds of directions. Right below we have some flowstone here, rough, bumpy looking stone. Right below our flowstone we have curtains and draperies. And this here is all formed from an underground waterfall that used to seep out of the cave wall there. Kind of looks like a frozen waterfall now. And if you guys want to get an idea of the original cave floor, I did put all this gravel down in 1939. This is kind of what the children would have had to walk on, along with a lot of cave mud as well. Mary described this mud to be shoe stuck in mud. And of all the things that she was afraid of when she was down here, she was afraid of losing her shoes because her mother would kill her. And her mother was German, so I don't blame her. And we also have a couple rings on the floor like this one here. These are created whenever droplets hit that same spot on the cave floor over and over again, leaving these indentions on the ground with that carbonic acid. Any questions so far? All right, guys. This next room over here, we call our food court room. We call it that because there are a lot of forbidden food items that you cannot eat. Hope you all aren't hungry. You tall people, watch your heads here. And as you walk by, you can see the stalagmite that's about to touch the ceiling there.
Oh my gosh.
Please don't walk on that curb there. And I know we have a pretty big group here, so we can all just make space for everybody. item right here. We have a specific name for this guy. I want to see if you guys can guess what we call him. Pudding. Think breakfast. Egg. We call this guy our cave fried egg here. And this guy is about 85 years of cave growth. We know that because the gravel below him was put down 85 years ago when we first opened up the cave for tours. It's quite a bit of cave growth for 85 years. We believe because of the stalactites above, they're very cluttered and close together. You see that droplet there? They're going to contain high mineral content of calcite, which is what is contributing to this guy's rapid growth. This would be the beginning stages of a stalagmite. And if you guys don't like your eggs caged, we have a little cage-free egg right over here. Tiny little guy.
Oh, yeah.
And not everybody can see him, but he's trying. And what do you guys like with your eggs in the morning?
Bacon.
Bacon. We have quite a bit of cave bacon in here. Yes, that is the scientific term for it, cave bacon. Very easy to remember. And we don't have any dinner in here, but we do have dessert. We have a 40 scoop ice cream cone right above everybody there. You get a really better view right over here. I like to say this place is Rocky Road, but I never get much kicks out of that. If you guys want to be more health conscious, we have a couple cave grapes in here, our white cave grapes. You guys are white. Anything that you guys see in here that is white, it is newer cave growth because it's had less time to get stained from any mud, dirt, clay, things like that. Y'all are welcome to walk into this room here if you would like to take a picture with our grapes. Just make sure everybody gets a chance to. Remember, no touching, watch your heads, and definitely no eating. And do you guys have any questions for me so far? All right, for those of you that are feeling a bit claustrophobic, y'all are welcome to walk out of the room if you would like. Just please do not go past the white chairs.
It's bright. Oh, look, it looks like ice cream.
No, those are the grapes.
Yeah, kind of.
And right over down here, one of my coworkers, Mike, got up setting up the chairs out there. He would have actually bear crawled down there about half a mile out into would open up into a room a little bit smaller than this. He came back about an hour later, covered in clay and mud, said it was 100% not worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Very long time to get all that clay off.
Hell no. Oh, look at this one, Daniel.
Oh, yeah, that's the roof, yeah.
Oh, man. Now look at this one. Oh my God, look at these, Daniel.
I smell like just like
I know, me too.
straight on it. That's gonna be the first cave accident. I didn't see it.
Pay attention. You look where you're stepping. Oh my God, look at this room. This room is spectacular.
Please watch for those stalagmites on the ground again, and we will be continuing this way. Before we do, I would like to tell you all how the cave got its name, or lack of name.
Lack of name.
1939, when we first opened up the cave tours. Before we could open up, we would have had to blast through some parts of the sinkhole there to install the stairways, put in some gravel, put in concrete, put in the lights. We were all set to give tours. So we thought. So the first tour that comes down here, one of the very first questions that was asked is, well, what's the cave's name? We realized after all of this preparing that we did, we forgot to give the cave a name. So we went to the best, most creative minds in the world, elementary school kids, Faber Elementary School, and we set up a prize for $350 for whichever kiddo could come up with the best name for the cave. The winner was obviously Cave Without a Name. The little boy said the cave was too beautiful for a name. And we believe it was this room that little boy was talking about here. If you guys didn't know, $350 in 1939 in today's economy, that would be equivalent to about $10,000. So, quite a lot of money for this little boy here. It's definitely the favorite child actor.
Oh my god.
And I will be turning off all the lights behind me just to preserve the cave, rest of our abilities, that the algae keep growing.
Oh my god.
You guys can get a better perspective of this column here. Also have a lot of upper level passageways that have all been unexplored.
Oh my god.
Have another beautiful column.
They have state, they have concerts here, Landon. Oh my, it does.
You get a really good picture of some more cave bacon along the wall here.
Bacon.
I call this guy our cave igloo.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Dried calcite on
How
him.
big that one is?
Very pretty and sparkly.
This one's super.
And I like to call this piece here our modern art piece. Call it that because a lot of people look at it and see something different. Some people see a jellyfish, a mushroom, a nuclear explosion, brain maybe, alien versus predator. Had a little girl say that it looked like Donald Trump's haircut. Can't unsee that. Right next to our modern art piece, we have our nativity scene here. Baby Jesus, Mary, 3 wise men, and an angel up here, all naturally formed. Right across, we have the city of Bethlehem.
Oh yeah.
Go day and night. Get a really good picture right here of that cave bacon. And as we enter this room over here, you guys will notice a bit more echoes.
Oh, it's so wet.
So we have these 3 large domes in the ceiling here. And these were all created when that underground river was rushing through here. Water was coming in all different directions, causing whirlpools. With that carbonic acid, we've slowly eroded these large domes in the ceiling here, making it the perfect room for a concert we do have here. Next one is going to be this weekend on Saturday. We're going to be playing some American Patriot music. I highly recommend it if you guys have never been to a concert in a cave. The acoustics are amazing. You guys can get more details about how to buy tickets back up in the gift shop. And just like concerts, we also have weddings down here as well. Right here would be where the bride and groom say their vows. Right behind this beautiful backdrop that we have here. And we call this room here our Queen's Throne Room, because the top of this formation here looks like the top of the castle. On the inside, we have our queen and her court. Right below, we have all of her jewels, some dried calcite. Right next to that, we have brimstone pools right here.
Oh, water.
And these pools here form whenever water sits on the cave floor for a long period of time and will eventually create a film of calcite that sits on top of the water. And once that film of mineral is formed, you guys see these droplets, they're going to push a ring of calcite to the rims of the pool, hence the name Brimstone Pools. And we would actually be standing in what used to be a brimstone pool. You guys see this guy starts over here, goes all the way across the floor. Call this guy our cave dragon here. These stalagmites here slid off of the cave wall due to an earthquake. And a lot of people get nervous whenever I mention that, but the earthquake that did cause this cave breakdown here, the fault line is now aseismic, no longer active.
he does.
Hey, he just said it looks like an owl.
Right next to our little cave owl, we have some seals on the seashore. We have a cave wizard up here. I see a super long beard.
Yeah.
See his hat up there. Pretty magical guy. I don't know if we have any Star Wars fans in here, but we have Jabba the Hutt. Hairy dude sticking right at us. And I personally think right here would be the best spot for a group photo. If y'all would like, definitely go ahead and take your group picture. Anybody want to go first?
Yes. Yes. Who wants to take a picture?
Yeah, with your.
All right, would you guys like to take a picture?
Yes, please.
All right. Can you go ahead and do that?
Yes. Yes.
I know.
All right, everybody. Let's have a little bit of space here so you can get really good light for these guys. Okay, guys. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, cave. Couple this way. All right. Thank you.
All right. Why not? That's cool. I want to sit down.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, cave.
Lennon, Daniel, come on.
Man, I think the big holes in the ceiling look cool. They're like crazy. They're like crazy, but upside down. Yeah. Let's go. Yep.
These things are amazing. This is a big room.
It's dark. I know it's pitch black. Pitch black.
Pitch black.
Like literally, you can't see them.
The one over there.
I want to go that way. I want to go.
As soon as they turn off the lights, CJ. As soon as they turn off the lights, pitch black.
So imagine that little girl down here.
No, I can't.
I didn't know they had. What did you say, sir?
Imagine little Mary down here, like, because it's dark like that.
Let me see the picture, Bubba.
She had a lantern. She had a lantern though. She's fine.
But that's still scary.
All three of them. Yeah. The light. I like the water. The water's so cool.
I know.
It's always rippling too because the drops. Yeah.
Chingo. Elise, do you not know how to use a phone? Slide it to the left. Oh my God. Elise, Elise, give me my phone.
It's on your phone.
I don't understand what you're doing. Perfect. That's a beautiful picture. Except Daniel's outfit is so bad. Ellie,
Not one colors.
and your white socks make it real pretty.
That's the only reason. I only brought like.
Daniel, you look like a...
I heard what is. Hey, that.
Who's-
Is it cold? If it is cold, I'll hold it.
It's not cold, but Mom's asking for help, Daniel, like I...
I have no stop.
Yeah, it's this stage on the wall there. And all this
This is a humongous room.
Wait, hold up. I mean, you did this.
No, we did.
No, not me.
Well, I'm
Dad.
recording. Who's gonna record? Who has the...
Have you taken one sip?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Because the song chicken.
It's so
Is there more?
Like the steps are concrete.
Hey, please tell me there's more. I want to go that way.
Hey, Daniel.
I know.
Start thinking.
Daniel, no, son.
Oh my god, I'm so happy they saw the album.
And you had just said that.
Oh, you're a nerd, that's why. I literally am so sorry.
Is that it, Vic?
I don't know. I've never
Is
been
that
here.
it?
I don't know.
I want to go that way.
Me
I've
too.
never been here. I don't know.
We better leave this way and go that way.
I wanna
Yeah,
go
I
that
want
way.
to go like
I
the.
think we have to exit that way.
I want to like crawl.
Me too.
Well, there's some like that.
Oh, the place over
not
there.
here.
No, in San Marcos.
At the natural bridge.
That's the one we've been to before.
Yeah, but there's
They
some,
have
there's
separate
extreme
ones.
ones.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do that. Dad says I'm too weak.
Okay, yeah.
She has
you-
no upper
Yeah,
body.
hell no, mom. You die.
Only us three can do it.
Yeah,
Me too. Me too.
No, none of
Ellie.
Ellie, you can't even do a pull-up.
You give me no credit.
I don't think mom could do that.
What about anything?
Hell no. She couldn't do this.
You good?
Oh, hell no. He can do a push. You can't do a push-up.
I can do it.
No, yeah, but you can't do a pull-up.
What we do it?
Well, if he doesn't want to.
Okay, are we done? Ready?
Alright, let's go up there.
I know, hold on. I'm gonna be right here.
Anybody else want your photo? Everybody happy with their pictures? Anybody want me to retake them?
We're good?
Hey, can't wait to see another owl.
You wanna take one like that? What, with your hair down and makeup? Put some makeup? It's just kidding.
Yeah, the arrangements in here are solid. We really are seeing kind of affecting her just from sit down.
Instead of the mile high, mile low.
Good question.
Hi.
Continuing up this way.
Do not post that
I'm gonna put
anywhere.
on YouTube.
Not anymore.
Yes. Go ahead, go ahead.
We'll be turning off all the lights behind me.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna turn flash.
Actually, are you okay, Mike? The light? Okay.
Right. Cannot drink it.
Oh my god, there's another big room next. Oh my god.
Alright, everybody done taking pictures in here? Off the lights?
Oh
Alright, y'all, follow me.
so dark.
Our kids ended up in the front.
Where? And we'll always be able to find Daniel because of his cough. Oh, look, more water. Oh, a lot of water. A lot of water.
This is like a sci-fi movie.
So this room here is our
She's
pool
loud.
room for all these reasons. Have most of our brimstone pools here.
Oh my god, this is big.
Very slippery.
Wonder what he gets.
And we have the water here.
God, watch your hands.
Perspective on these pools. Feel free to walk your steps there.
Oh my god. It's mega slippery.
Property next door to Godinay has their own little sinkhole as well, and that definitely connects to this cave for sure. One formation I like to point out here, you see this drapery? It's about to touch that slide line there, and that dry calcite is an indicator that water has stopped falling on these guys. They've stopped growing, died naturally. And so they died before they could ever touch. So I call these guys Romeo and Juliet cave. So think this guy looks like a cave gnome, kind of.
It does.
Little formation there. You guys look on the ceiling. All these markings are by aliens. Yeah. True story. They're actually from plant trails. Not as exciting. This is all seabed that goes up. Y'all look closely, right?
my
Here where
God.
the flashlight's pointing. I think that literally looks like a little cartoon character. It's like he's going on a walk, spitting out a wad of gum or something like that. Very weird.
Plankton, yeah. That's what that's it.
And this disturbance right here was caused by that same earthquake I was talking to you guys about in the previous room. So this caved in the ceiling right here. You see this piece go upright. These used to be stalactites, now these are. And this stalactite here grew right on top of this cave breakdown. And this guy's estimated to be 150,000 years old. Grandpa here. The way the skies lean is the stalactites above. Water used to consistently drop from these here, bringing the bases first. The water direction would eventually shift more towards the right, and is continuing to do that, bringing the skies lean. Any questions so far? Okay, I will be turning off the lights behind us as well. This next room over here is where we do lights out.
That's scary.
I caught the minute that she turned off the lights and they went just pitch black. Wonderful.
It's a family garden.
Careful, it's slippery. Slippery. Damn, it's high. Watch your step. Oh my God, that's killer. That's okay.
Yes.
I do recommend taking a seat just because people tend to get a bit disoriented
Oh
and
shit.
leave in total darkness.
What are we gonna do? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh yes, yes, yes.
Everybody take a seat next to someone you trust. And I do ask if you can just turn off all of our electronics, so we don't get the full experience here. And is anybody here deathly afraid of the dark? All right, we'll find out. All right, everybody's phones off. All right, all ready? 3, 2, 1, goodbye.
What the?
This is a part of the tour where I will leave.
Okay.
Yes, before I do, I would like to talk to you guys about our little ecosystem down here. So you guys saw at the beginning of the tour, a little cave bat. It has a tricolored bat, which we do have here. You guys do not travel in colonies. They're very much loners, very antisocial. They like to travel alone. These guys get as big as the size of a chicken nugget. And they have 3 colors on them, red, brown, and gray. And a cute fact I heard about these guys the other day, the older they get, the more gray they get, just like we do. Oh, that's pretty cute. And of course, these guys are completely blind and travel using echolocation for the squeaks in their voice, just because there is no need for eyesight when you live in these conditions. And these guys do like to munch on our cave crickets that we have down here. These guys have antennas 2 inches longer than their body size, so they can detect where they are going in this complete and total darkness. Not completely total. I see a couple of you with your Apple Watches on. And we also, thank you, we also have a couple of cave spiders down here, daddy long legs, some that are all albino, not getting any sunlight. And we also have some cave shrimp, cave crawfish. These guys are completely translucent, no skin pigment, and they have very large antennas as well, so they can detect where they're going. And an interesting fact I heard about frogs or toads, whenever they get lost inside of a wild cave and live in this complete darkness, after just a couple of months, these guys will evolve to lose all of their skin pigment and go completely blind as well. And if you guys want to get an idea of what the children would have had to walk through in here with just a kerosene lantern, this is about as much light as these kids would have had. A little bit more.
Oh my God.
Brave kiddos. And these kids were very resourceful. They would have got their lantern, run all the way to the floor, followed their little footsteps out of the cave alive, just like we will be doing, hopefully.
What?
And if you guys want to get an idea of what it looks like on a wild cave tour with just a flashlight,
Oh my.
some more soda straws and the light tides. impossible.
You can't.
You do see anything, that is your mind making up the image of your hand being there. If you guys want to try putting your thumb against your nose and wiggling your fingers, you'll see you look really silly.
Oh, I did it the wrong way.
Oh my god, it was pitch.
No, like this.
You guys have any questions before we continue this way?
This is my thumb coming down here with like a little flare. Bro, I was
People say this looks like a dog. See his ears right here, his little tail. This way, once everybody is ready.
my head hurts.
That was crazy stuff.
That was scary. I'm going home.
It was kind of crazy.
Why was Ellie standing up?
I know, I was sitting at the...
My cross time.
Lenny, you should have covered it and then, like...
Or something. Oh, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
That was so cool. Yeah, that was super.
It was.
I know, it was pitch black. I was like this, like...
Oh, look at this one, Eddie. Look at this one.
He was like 2 centimeters away from me. Oh my god. Where? It's an alien.
Where?
What is that?
No, 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 no.
Wait, what's what? What's the big thing over there? What big thing?
Oh my god.
Uh-oh, what is this? Hey, that looks like a...
So this is going to be the end of the commercial part of the cave and the beginning to the wild part.
A wild one?
Down here we have the underground river.
No.
This right here is a water pump. Connects to this pole right here. Takes water all the way up to the surface, to our campgrounds, and also to our restrooms as well. As if you guys did use the restroom before you came down here, you were washing your hands in cave water. Not potable, not drinkable. I was actually in the ladies' restroom the other day and realized that we have stalactites growing on our water pipes now. So, it gives you guys an idea of the mineral content in the water. That's what that sheet is going across the water there. That film is just a film of calcite. And this water is going to flow out into a spring about 2 miles out. It's a spring creek in a private park in River Mountain neighborhood. Before you hit that spring, you will hit a smaller cave called Dead Man's Cave. It is called that because there was a Native American skeleton found down there. So we believe it could have been used as a shelter at one point. I did have one tour guide come up with the conspiracy that, well, Native Americans considered caves to be a bad omen, so maybe this guy did a bad deed or something, got buried down here alone because of it. But who knows? Just a conspiracy. And I'm sure y'all are wondering how far back this here goes. We're actually not sure, but it has been mapped out 3.5 miles by a scuba team that we had come down here and excavate back there.
Underwater.
Would have needed lots of oxygen tanks and a lot of food as well, because this would have taken them about 3 days to travel those 3.5 miles. And they described the tunnels to change sizes. The deeper you go through, you'll find yourself through some really small rooms that are completely submerged underwater into some larger openings. So the tunnel sizes fluctuate the deeper that you go. If you guys want to get an idea of what it looks like over there, they would have uploaded a video on YouTube of this journey. It's called Cave Without a Name, First Dive on YouTube. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead. But it could go on for many, many more miles. We're not sure exactly how long. And if you guys want to see a flood line from the flood in 2002, the water got up way high.
There's a flood?
And a flood from the 70s, the water reached here. And we were still giving tours during both of these floods. You would have just had to end the tour at lights out. We have another beautiful formation right here.
Yeah, I like that one.
Formed from an underground waterfall. One of my personal favorites. And it looks like a willow tree. And this down here is this would have been where the children would have stopped as well and would have made their way on back up to the surface, which is what we will be doing. So everybody is ready. Take your time now.
I want to do that, man.
I have a
It's
question.
so
I want to
down
know
to
if there's rooms this big that way.
Hey, let's go over there. Probably.
I'm gonna ask.
Wait, is it over?
Yes.
That one looks like.
Are there rooms this big further that way too?
They described some of the rooms, some scuba divers, to have given some larger openings, similar to this size, I believe a bit smaller. Any other great questions?
That's the end of the tour. See you tomorrow.